No, I don't dig into it too deeply. I'm glad he's with us because I said in talking to Yarmo, Billy, Clarkey, he's just such a good person to have around with some of our guys trying to find their way as far as how you handle yourself. Forget about what you do on the ice. And what he does on the ice, he has done forever. He's just full of energy. He's not afraid to go in the areas. We talked about trying to be physical on Barzell in our meeting before the game. He's the first one trying to take a shot at him. So I have a tremendous amount of respect for him. Plus some things going on with his family too, that he's been able to keep his concentration.
When you talk about the things that he does for the young guys, just what he does in Cleveland, then he comes up here and he plays like that and he scores a goal. Is that more of, for those young guys that are there and that are watching, it's walking the walk, not just talking the talk?
Yeah, and it's a veteran guy that may just be satisfied about just going down there playing a little hockey and worrying about other stuff. He concentrates on how to play the right way. I'm happy he's with us. I think he brings that. You just see him walking around. He just brings that type of energy. So he hasn't given an inch through his whole career, and still plays that way.
You're going to have Brad Larson on the bench tonight?
Yes.
What was that situation?
I'm not going to talk about Lars's family situation. That's not it's not for me to talk about that.
Is there any injured guys back tonight? Milano or anybody?
No.
Zach Werenski, has he taken another step with you since he's returned from injury? Is he a guy that you're seeing something a little bit different?
Well, I'm not sure if it's different, Jody. It's something we certainly missed. Once he steps on the ice, we just get out of our end zone quicker. I think he does, as he's gone through here, I think he's doing everything better, defensively, offensively. I watch him on the bench, how he handles himself on the bench. He continues to grow, but once he steps into the lineup, it just changes our situation as far as getting out of our end zone. So he's obviously very important to us.
Did you feel like your team needed this break at all? Or do you feel like is there a danger that...
I don't go either way with that, whether we needed it or did we want to keep playing. I don't even think of it that way. It's a break that's in the schedule. It's our schedule, and now we get ready to play our next game.
John, how has this little run of success allowed your team to relax? And I don't mean relax in terms of the way they play, but just relax and not worry about it as much as maybe they were earlier in the year.
Well, I don't think it's worry's the wrong word for this group. As I said, we haven't got a lot of the results that we've wanted for a while, but we try to coach and we try to have our meetings as far as how we're playing. I thought we were going about it the right way in a lot of areas. We just weren't able to score, and so they have not been worried. They've been businesslike, and I'm happy for them that they can feel good about themselves, because I don't think players really feel good about themselves unless they get that result of a win. And they've gotten a few here, found a way to get some points, so they should feel real good about themselves as we go in here after Christmas.
And each win, I imagine, allows them to feel a little bit better each time they
yeah, it's natural. As long as you, as we always talk about here, just keeping it in a straight line here and not getting too big. I don't think this team ever got too low when we've had some struggles. And when you are winning some games and getting some points, just make sure you stay on that flat line. And I think through the core of this team and the veteran guys, and we've talked about this a lot for the past 4 years, I think they handle themselves the right way.
Go ahead. What's Korpisalo meant for you guys? I know you said goaltending was not an issue when you weren't getting the results, but what has he meant, kind of the stability that he's provided, especially when you have some injuries here and maybe sometimes you time to rely a little more on the goalie?
Yeah, he has. I said at the beginning of the year, I think guys like playing in front of him. He's a guy that waited his turn, worked hard, got kicked around by me for a number of years there, of getting him starts here and there and putting him in some tough spots along the way as a backup is put in. So I think they like playing for him. And I think our team has played pretty well in front of him. He's beginning now, as he keeps, as he's played the games, you can see just in his body language how he's handled himself on the ice, that he feels good about himself. He's beginning to make important saves at key times to give us a chance to win that game maybe later on. I thought early on in the year he was playing well, but we still needed a big save at a key time, as all teams do. That's beginning to come into his game. So I think as each start that comes his way, and as we keep on playing here, he has just grown. So it's really encouraging, and I'm happy for him. He's worked very hard for his opportunity here, and I think he's reaping a little bit of the benefit right.
I think back to the end of the Islanders game, and there was a couple minutes left, and you had the Lilia, McGinnis, Nash line out there. Just how important has it been, even through all the injuries and the guys in and out of the lineup, that you feel you can still roll 4 lines in key situations? Yeah, they deserve it. I keep a pretty close eye on, especially when it comes to those situations, who I'm going to put out there, and that's been a good line that's played well along the walls, have protected pucks, have a little bit of experience with Nasher in the middle. And since we've put them together, it's been a good line for us. So they deserve those opportunities in those situations in the game.
Sure.
It's not easy to be the backup, like you just mentioned, the backup goalie. But how important is it for Elvis to kind of get it going for you guys? Yeah, it is a. I've said to you guys, it's a little bit different situation for me, and. Where you have your number one and a backup usually with your team, but we have to find out about Elvis. I don't know what he is yet. Again, just the people that talk about him speak very highly of him. I don't think he's been consistent enough. On the other hand, I haven't really given him a lot of time either. So we're trying to win games here too, as where lack of scoring has put us in a spot. So it's a different situation for me for sure this year, and we've got to figure out what he is also and give him an opportunity, but not lose the team and the momentum we have in trying to win games to stay in the hunt here. Yeah, that kind of changed things for you, didn't it? As far as kind of getting in that hole, and then you have to win games rather than splitting it or whatever.
Yeah, I've been honest with all you guys right from the beginning of the year. I'm in a situation here. We got to win games. But we've kind of taken a sideways step here from where we were last year. We're developing a team here again, and developing 2 very important pieces to our team, and that's the goaltending tandem. This can't be handled as far as, okay, Corpy won the job, you're the backup, and I've still got to give Elvis an opportunity to play some and see if we can get him going also, because we have to figure out what we are and. In that position as we keep on moving forward in long term for this organization. So it's kind of a precarious spot.
How you see the rest of this season? Have you sort of, with your play, with this point streak, changed your plans for anything?
I have never stopped thinking about trying to win every game. That's always on my mind. But in this year here, I have to also think long term too. And where does the percentage go? Where does it go with me? Now we find a way to get back into this. I owe it to the hockey team to keep on pushing here, and let's not just talk about development. Versus we're trying to win too. That's what this game is about. But this is something I have to monitor all year long as we go through this second half. I have to monitor this. And I'm not gonna lie. We're gonna win, try to win every game. You're always going through that, but in my mind, and talking with the organization and my bosses, we're a very young team again. We're very young in goals. I just explained. I have to monitor where we are here, and trying to figure out where some guys stand in the future for this organization. Not just in goaltending, but right through our positions as far as where they sit for the future of the organization. Because I think that's where we're at again.
What's your lineup tonight, John?
What's that?
Any change in your lineup tonight?
Corpy's in net, and Harry is sick. He's not with us. Carly goes in. I think that's it, right?